So this one, I want y'all to answer if this is pandering to black women or not. As most people don't know, Jeezy with his album when he dropped the album, also did an interview with Nia Long, and a lot of people are claiming that he was pandering black women for what he said right here. So
Personally tell you
Yeah.
that you embody
Yeah.
what a well-minded, grown-ass black woman is supposed to be like. And we stand with you always. And the reason why I wanted to talk to you, because you are my sister. And this is a safe space for me to say what I need to say. Because at times when we're at our lowest, we need our sisters, just
That's
like you
right.
guys need your brothers. And that's why this conversation was so real, because I hope and I pray that this conversation can open up different conversations in our culture about being there for each other and not being at odds with each other, no matter what we've been through. And, I gotta give you your flowers. As a man, I just hope that women, our women, black women in particular, can see this
Yeah.
and give us a safe space. Really, women all the way across the board, because we are men, we as men, like we're hurt, and there's no safe place for us to land. There's no safe place for us to have these conversations. We can't have it with our homies. We can't have it with our brothers and our partners, because they don't have that empathy there, right? They
Yeah.
don't have that mothering, that nurturing thing.
a little bit, a lot of people think he was pandering um, because he was previously married to an Asian woman, and now that they're getting divorced, he feel like that he's just trying to get back into the good graces with black women. Do y'all agree or disagree?
Disagree.
Nah, that's a
He's
reach.
not pandering at all. As a matter of fact, I thought what he said was sensible. The only thing
Hmm.
I disagree with was trying to put the onus on women for them to have a safe space. I think safe spaces should be cultivated within first and foremost. That comes with knowing yourself, understanding yourself, going through the spiritual journey of understanding who the fuck you are in this world and what your purpose is, and then parlaying that energy into your environment so that people can also come to you whenever they have issues on their own. It's supposed to be a tit for tat thing. That only comes from validation from within. Now, another thing too is that a lot of people like to say that people are pandering because of the fact that a lot of them didn't really get the treatment that he's talking about in their own lives. So Jeezy's sitting there talking about a safe space, talking about how sometimes men really do need their sisters, and I agree. However, I just thought it would have been a much more powerful, submission if he, acknowledged the fact that he has work within himself to do. And, he can go to his homies, he can go to his brothers. It's just there's only really certain things that men can talk to each other about. But, like, if I just need a hug, or like if I need, like that nurturing, of course I'm gonna go to like one of my female friends or like one of my sisters or whatever for that. But you need a variety of people. You need a variety of people in your life that you could go to, because that sense of community is what anchors you, and it basically is what reminds you of why you're doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find something bigger than yourself. And I feel like Jeezy, he wasn't really pandering. It's just with the way that it has the platform to really talk about things, he just really needs to understand that, like, you're going to be someone else's example. So move accordingly.
I think the only reason people are calling it pandering, it's the way he said what he said. I mean, if anything, I think he was like low key flirting with me along, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
Oh no, Material Life said the same thing. You ain't the only one.
But again, that's not topic of discussion, so I'm gonna leave that the fuck alone. Touch further on what Father was saying though. Someone once told me that term "it takes a village" doesn't just apply to children.
I personally don't think it was pandering, only because I feel like anytime a man of color says something that's positive in relations to the African American women or black women in general, It's always picked apart, and the only things that is left is negative aspects of people who are delusional. They feel like everything's an attack. So, of course, what's sad is that we're listening to a man that is speaking in his own way a lot of things that's positives, and at the end of the video, not the end but when it was cut off, you hear a black woman, I think she's black,
She's
say,
black.
yeah, but he married a woman that's Asian. Here's the thing. Men are going to marry whoever the fuck they want to marry. They are men, right? If you have a complex, that's your shit that you need to handle at a therapist. On top of that, I know my history. I know where all races come from. So why would I be angry at a black man marrying outside of his race if I know where the seed came from the beginning? It's not even that serious. Whether it came from me or my, you know, African roots or whatever, doesn't really matter. But the fact that out of everything that he said, all you could think about is he married outside of his race is disgusting. We need to focus on the positive attributes that he said in that whole summary that we were able to listen to and take from that and build with that. A lot of times, men of color, when they say stuff in relation to the opposite sex, who is of color as well, it's broken down to the point where the message is lost and all we have left is negativity. And I'm so tired of that.
It's one of those a hit dog on a holler kind of things, if you ask me. These are the ones who don't know how to do what Jeezy was talking about, or don't care, don't have the intention to be that, and are just looking for an excuse to bash a motherfucker. So
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, because if he had hatred in his heart, why would he speak to a woman who is married to a Caucasian man about, what he just said? Why doesn't he have bitterness and anger in his heart?
sounds like what I like to refer to as the niggas ain't shit brigade. At it again.
There's a lot of bitterness in this from both ends, both men and women. There's a lot of bitterness where I feel like we respond more to negative shit than positive shit. So when you hear the positive shit, even when they're trying to put you in good graces, it's hard to for most people. It's just hard to accept that, and they're trying to just like they don't either believe it or they're just trying to find a way to flip it into negative stuff. If you're one of the people that do that, I feel like you're one of the people that need therapy the most. I,
Facts.
I really do, because it's just like I think some people just that thrives on negativity the most. That even when you hear something positive, you ever like see those people where you give them a compliment and instead of saying thank you, they'll like question the compliment, and you're like, just take the fucking compliment. To me, they're the people that need the therapy the most, because it's just like like not
Who
everybody
hurt
is
you?
against you.
Who hurt you? That's what
It's,
that.
it's,
That's what that is. Like, who hurt you?
that's literally a who hurt you. It's just like, I look nice today. Oh, I don't look nice every day. You probably don't, but you look real nice today. Just take it.
You would say, well, you probably don't.
I've had to get rid of a lot of friends like that. The minute I compliment and you constantly like, oh, but you can wear this better than me. Oh, I wish I was your size. Oh, this, oh that. I can't do it. I can't do it. So I just let go of them. It's mentally draining.
Crystal said, "Not over here. You can take that depression shit elsewhere."
Sure can.
Depressive ambitious. That's what. But yeah, it's just like those people. It's like I just want to hug them. It's like you're broken, and just look at it. You're broken. Take this hug.
I don't go get help because I don't want that shit rubbing off on me. Get. I'm with Crystal. Get the fuck from around me.
That's also honestly the fact that you said that, because a lot of those, because especially from what I've heard, from when some of these black women saying, because it's just like a lot of these women feel like I'm tired of black men coming to black women when they need something or like some healing. Like the same way Jonathan Majors was dating Megan Good, a lot of people think, oh, you're just running back to a black woman and all that stuff. I was like, I don't think it's that deep. Maybe it's just not that deep. Maybe it's just like maybe they really like each other. You ever just notice that? Or anytime when you see a black couple being happy together, like Megan and the rapper she was dating at that time and all that stuff, and they was doing like sexy photos together, and a lot of women was like, Megan, get up. It was just like, God damn, it was just like a woman can't be submissive to a man or some shit like that. I understand she was doing that hot girl summer shit and all that other stuff, and like all those single ass lonely women was trying to do their hot girl summer, and she over there trying to do it's just like because they was like, man, get up and some shit like that. Like he was like knocking her out, or just like she sounded like Regina King in fucking Friday. Craig, get up! It was just like, God damn, it was like let them be happy. Like some of you lonely bitches is just like some of you angry, bitter, lonely bitches. I be feeling sorry for y'all because I feel like y'all was just like y'all just want to stay in that little ass spot and you want people to feel sorry for you and all that shit while they out there having fun. It's like no, just smile, bitch. It's just like maybe people will like you better. It's just
Matter of fact, you know what? Let's give them a name. Let's rearrange some letters and give them a name. Let's call them Blabs. Bitter, lonely, angry bitch.
bitter, lonely. What's the S? It's just
Bitch ass.
there we
Okay,
go.
plural.
There
There.
we go. Bitch. Apostrophe S. Labs.
You're such a blab. You're a bitter, lonely, angry bitch.
Thank you, Deal.
And there goes our sponsor, the He-Man Woman Haters Club.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh god.
But all right, because all right, I'm gonna just say this. There are look, even though yes, Jeezy did marry a Vietnamese woman or whatever the fuck Jenny Mai is. I think she's Vietnamese. That doesn't mean he doesn't hate black women or like black women doesn't give him any loves or some shit like that. Both things. He could do both things. I think Crystal Dunn said that many times. It's like we, I it's like even though I want to marry a black woman, if I all of a sudden just marry a woman with a different race, it's not going to change how I feel about black women. Like I'm gonna love black women to death, and there's been, like I've said before, there's been black women in my lifetime that have helped me through some shit, and I'm thankful for them. Women are nurturers by nature, and I think that's another thing. A lot of the women like they know they're nurturers by nature, but they don't want to like use that skill or some shit like that. Now, I've always said this: you're not supposed to use that skill on broken people or people that you know is going to use you. You use it for people that reciprocate your energy, and then that's when you know your power is used for good. When you use it on people that really need your energy and they're willing to get that energy back to you. If you're using it to someone that's not going to reciprocate that energy, then yes, you're going to be bitter and angry and all that other stuff. With that being said, just be with fuck with people that fuck with you, like I always fucking say. So, any
Yeah.
last words before we move on to?
Yeah, I just got one service announcement to the weak bitches that love to constantly have black men this and black men that kind of rhetoric in their mouth. Nobody can save your damn ass but you. Okay? Only you. Nobody's responsible to save you. Nobody's responsible to feed you. And nobody's responsible for you having to get therapy. They're not your therapist. That's all I got to say.
I don't want to be like Cinderella, sitting in a dark, cold, dusty cellar, waiting for somebody to come and set me free.
I
That's
can't.
my shit, yo.
Where did that even fucking come from?
Cheetah Girls.
Cheetah Girls.
I can slay my own
And
dragon.
she was, I'm a,
I can
and
dream
Jenny Mai was, damn. Anyway,
my night
Shining,
is
shining
shining on.
on is me. So I'm gonna set me free. That's
what
my
was the
shit.
reason for her and Young Jeezy's divorce? Any fucking way, out of
That
curiosity.
was, well, according to Jeezy, it was her fault.
And then she
Okay, but
admitted it too. She confirmed
what
it.
did she do?
Dion, it was her fault. That's all we know, and that's all we need to know. We're just gonna stand on Jeezy with this one.
Yeah, because a lot of people, because there was a lot of, well, it was just Cynthia G. It was just because he was like, I bet you it was Jeezy. And I guess her followers was just like, yeah, it was probably Jeezy or some shit like that. I was like, no, probably was her.
And she did not want a divorce. She actually wanted to stay, but he said no.
Yeah. And that's saying something because women initiate 80% of the
So
divorces.
he filed and as much as she was begging and pleading, he was like, nah, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So in my opinion, in order for a man, because we will tolerate a lot of shit. And in order for a man, and
Ain't that the truth?
in my opinion, in order for a man to divorce you, you must have really pushed some buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any last words before we move on to our final topic?
The fuck happened to Fada?
I don't know. He just he was here and then he wasn't here.